Good morning, everyone. So I did not finish my vlog yesterday, but I'm gonna vlog today. I have class today, so I don't work. Raining right now. I wanted to go outside, but I think I'm just probably gonna stay in and do a little bit of my work here. I'm gonna turn off the light. It is early in the morning. Lacey is still trying to sleep. Try not to make so much noise, but I'm pretty sure I'm being very loud right now. Again, I am sitting over here today. I like to kind of sit out here for my work, or at least in the morning, separate some work from my school. Today's homework, I do need to do some reading for my advanced Politico class, and I am going to try to read a little bit from this text, my spirituality book. We don't really have to do a lot of readings in that class anymore. It's more focusing on our project, but I think it's still really good to at least just do a little bit of reading so that when I'm in discussions, I know what I'm talking about. And I'm also gonna watch a show. So I have been on Hulu for the past several days now, trying to find a really good show to watch. I've been kind of juggling back between after I watched Emily in Paris on Netflix, which they're coming back with season 2. I'm super excited about that. But ever since I watched that on Netflix, which was like a completely brand new show that I got myself into watching, and they release all the episodes like already. So I watched all of their episodes and all the seasons. It's a Netflix original, so they tend to do that, but I watched all the episodes already, and I'm done with it now, which makes me really sad because I can't go back to watch it. So anyway, because of that, I will be I'm trying to watch another show that I can get myself into. And it's just been a little bit difficult because, one, I just don't feel like there's a lot of good shows out there anymore, or at least shows I'm interested in. I like to kind of watch a show that either I know the people or the plot sounds good. So far, like, it's just been slim pickings. Like, even on Netflix, not a lot. I'm not really interested in that. I do kind of want to watch some, like, what's it called? Like, I'm in the mood for, like, some romance. So I guess that's how I got into Emily in Paris. Anyway, so I watched that show, and then I found a show on Hulu called Teacher. That show's a little bit more, it's rated. It's a little bit more explicit in some ways, but I was just interested because I knew the people, I knew the actors in the movie, or I guess it's a drama. So I knew the actors in the drama. The plot seems like something that I know is very typical. It's about obviously a teacher, and a teacher they end up having a relationship with a student. Something I don't condone. So that's why I like watching it. I'm like, okay, this is very cliche. I know exactly what's gonna happen, and all this, like, it's very predictable in some ways. But I am interested so far to see how they're gonna play it out. So that's sometimes like what piques my interest, is even though I'm not super interested in something, or I'm like, I want to see how they're gonna do it. That's kind of the reasons why I end up sticking to a drama. So that's where I am right now. They did have a new episode tomorrow. Like, yesterday was released, so I'm gonna go watch that now. And I don't like watching shows where I have to keep waiting, but that's what I'm gonna have to do. Yesterday I did watch Law and Order again. It came out. It was on break for about 3 months or so, but now it is back, and so we watched the episode yesterday. It touched on a lot of issues happening in the world: racism, media, COVID. Just touched up on a lot of it, and one, I think they did a pretty good job portraying it, but also I feel like it was I want to see it keep being addressed in the show. So that's something that I am holding the expectation that it is, just because it's been a show that's long running, and obviously, like, these things that are happening in the show is really real, and them being in the field of authorities and law and everything, like, I want them to continue addressing these issues in their shows. So I hope that it's not a one-time thing, and it hasn't really been. Like, they've addressed it, race and biases and prejudice and stereotypes around people, and like racism, and some like gender gender biases and everything. So they have addressed it, but it's like kind of like a one-off here and there, like whatever is happening in the world. And I just wanted to continue being an issue that they addressed in the show. I think there's a lot of character growth that can really benefit from this. It seems like in terms of the impact of the characters, I feel like Olivia, the captain, she's like the main character basically. The other people are there too, but she's been there for a very long time. I feel like out of the whole show, she was the character that was the most impacted by the decision as a white woman, and she had a lot of like sort of thinking or learning that she had to do, and unlearning and everything that she had to do to sort of see like how did her bias show up, and how harmful that is in her line of work. And I wish that they would have concentrated on all of the characters as well, because there's a lot of white characters on the show. I wish they would have dig deeper into how it impacted them, especially like Carissy, who is the ADA. Like, I want to see how he's impacted by this as well, and how his race and privilege in some way, and his role, like as a lawyer who works directly with the police department. Like, I want him to explore his identity as well, because I feel like throughout the show there has been times where he does make really questionable decisions, and sometimes they need to check his bias as well. And I feel like through the episodes that I didn't really see a lot from him in terms of him being aware of the role that he plays and his positionality and the whole like situation that happened. So that's something that I wish they would have explored. I hope that they do. But Amanda, she was just sort of like a side with, not really a lot, and I wish they would have also dived deep in that too. I know it's hard to do that with all the characters they have. And then with Finn, who was the only black, not the only black, he's one of the only black characters on the show right now. He was also like had a conversation with their like main captain, who is black, a black man, and they had a really honest conversation about what their role looks like as like a black man in law enforcement, and what their role is with society and their community. And I mean, I like the conversation they had. It was impactful for each other to just, again, like, have this conversation. I do hope that, and Finn is definitely not someone who has shy away from these conversations. He's definitely brought it up. He has brought up race in his work, and that's a really valid thing, because again, before this captain came along, he was the only black he was the only black character on the show and he's been there for a very long time, and there's not a lot of people of color on the show. Like, they added a new character, and she's like, I think she's a person of color. I believe she is a person of color, but like before her, like, it was just a lot of, they had Amaro too, but like Finn was like having to really carry the show, and I feel like the show could have done better to sort of cast a variety of folks, and a variety of gender. Like, sometimes race isn't the only thing that we want represented. Sometimes there's other identities as well that we need to explore. So anyway, off topic. He had a really good character like development in his inner conversations. And again, I just want to see more, because I feel like a lot of this stuff, I know that there's a show, so it's limited to certain things, but I feel like if they have more opportunities to have these like in-depth conversations with one another, because they have a lot of, just watching the episode, there's a lot of like interpersonal relationship that I feel like they could resolve. Interpersonal conflict that I feel like they can all resolve as a team to make the movie stronger, because they're definitely like, there's one scene where Finn and Carissy and Amanda were like, especially between Finn and Carissy, it was very heated, and Amanda tried to get in between of it. So when we talk about race, like, there's that dynamic as well, because now Finn is sort of seen as like the dramatic black man, while aggressive black man, while Carissy is more of a like, he's a white man, and he's saying, so why are you calling me racist now? Like, all those little comments, I feel like could be addressed, especially with Amanda being a woman too, like her role within. So just like there's a lot to unpack there, and I do want to have a conversation with Mary to sort of talk to her about what her takeaways with the episode was, because it's a very sensitive topic for some people, and I mean it's a topic that I talk about pretty frequently in my line of work. But it's a pretty sensitive topic for people who don't really have these conversations. I know that as a show, we're only getting snippets of it, so maybe they are talking about it. We just don't know. But there are moments where I want to see a little bit more of that, and I feel like it will help the character too. But this is also like really real. Like it's a sensitive topic for people, but when people are watching the show and they're kind of seeing these characters play out in some ways, some people might actually be able to relate to them. And so I think it's important that, and again, the power of media, for them to really utilize their privilege and their ability to sort of create these scenarios and bring that out to life. Because a lot of the stuff that happened on the show is stuff that's happening in real life right now. People defending themselves for their decisions, gaslighting people, calling people racist, denying that you're racist, becoming a victim of your, making yourself a victim, falsely accusing someone of committing crimes, crimes not being resolved, people being let go, without being convicted, people playing with the systems, people who are in the systems play along, all of that stuff. The inner core of the episode was about this man who was sexually assaulted, and he was a gay man, and he's a person of color, and the person who assaulted him was white, and he walked away free. And again, that just shows you how messed up this system is, like really messed up. And I think while that was on the back burner, a lot of issues were coming about that they addressed a little bit more. But at the end of the day, so both situations were really important. The issues of race, the issues of how people were handling the situation, arresting the wrong man and everything. That's a big issue. The other issue is when the systems in some way is sort of messed up, and that justice can't be given to people who are victims who can't defend themselves. Like that in itself is a problem. Anyway, a lot of stuff wrong with our criminal justice system. Speaking of the criminal justice system, I am writing about the juvenile justice system, and I'm really struggling with my piece. I wrote something in, and I wanted my teams to kind of take a look at it, but I'm really struggling with it. I think I'm mainly struggling with our topic. I'm just not sure where we're going anymore. I know that it's about youth justice. I'm just not sure in what area anymore. Are we focusing on voting rights for youth, informing youth of their rights to vote, especially if they've been incarcerated or if they're currently in holdings waiting to be charged, they still have the ability to vote. So just I'm kind of uncertain, and I want to just check in with my team. On a complete side note, as we're talking about shows, I really want to talk about I want to talk about Will and Grace, and I'm not going to do that now because it's going to take too long, but I do eventually want to talk about Will and Grace at another time. We're watching it right now, and I mainly went back to watch it just because I was trying to watch a show that I know that's just kind of in the back burner, and I could do my own things and let it be playing. So that was mainly the reason why I went back to watch Will and Grace, and now my sister, we're all kind of we're hooked on it again, so we're all watching it together. And there's a lot of funny scenes that happened, and just kind of reminded me this is how much I like the show. But along with that, I've also realized there's a lot of shit wrong with the show, and a lot of comments they say where I don't agree with, just very messed up things that I can't believe were actually on air. And a lot of it does go with identity, the LGBTQ community. A lot of it does go in that area. A lot of it does go with race and privilege, as again for white people in New York City. A lot of that. So I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it another time, but it's it's a problematic show in some ways, and a lot of stuff where I'm like, I watch it and I'm like, I can't believe this shit is happening. But it also does make me think about other shows that I watch too, like One Tree Hill. I did go back and watch that, and again there were some things in there that I felt wasn't and yeah, so there's some things about the One Tree Hill too. And then also with Friends, that's something that I do want to go back. There's some things wrong with Friends as well. Especially just a lot of shows back in the 90s. Like, there's a lot of shit that, like, flew and that would not be flying right now. And people, like, it's interesting because I had this conversation with, my my classmates, my coworkers a few months ago about shows and sort of like the meaning of shows, representation on shows, and what do shows mean to us, and like do we see certain things show up in our favorite TV shows. And I was talking a little bit about it, but now going back to watch, I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of shit that's happening in the shows where I used to watch, where I'm like, that is really that's really racist, and that's sexist, or that's ableist. And I wonder, and for one of my coworkers was saying that, like, that she no longer watches the show, or she can't bring herself to watch it anymore because of how blatant the isms are in the shows. And I was like, wow, that's for me only, that was intense, because I love my shows, and I find it hard if I can't watch my favorite TV shows. I still watch it now, but there are definitely areas where I'm like, I don't agree with that. I don't know, but I still like the shows, and I feel like they could do so much better now, and that I feel like back then it did taint a lot of the stuff that I was thinking about, but now I feel like I'm watching them more with a critical eye, and there's some shit there that, like, I don't agree with. Also, speaking of shows, like Baby Daddy was definitely one of them. I went back and watched that this year, and there was so much shit that was happening in there, especially with the only black character on the show, and just falling into these stereotypical characters that white writers have black people play, or people of color play. So that was also an issue too. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about the whole media and like shows another time. I feel like I'm going sidetracked. I'm gonna focus on my homework, and I'm gonna watch my show, and then I will let y'all know what I'm gonna do next. I am drinking my peppermint tea that's cooling over there. I'm hoping to eat my cookie somewhere here. And then I will eat my lunch around 12:30 or something, maybe 11, maybe 12:30. Yeah, okay. Oh, BTS is coming back in 2 days. 2 freaking days. Friday is their coming back date. They released their teaser video, the part 2, today. The song sounds so good. It sounds so sad and longing. I feel like it's gonna make me emotional. Okay. Alright, so I got some packages today. Let me show you. I have, this package came from Weavers, and my stuff is here, so I'm going to do a little bit of unboxing. First thing is I got a JK key ring. Look how cute he is. I'm going to put this on my card. I have a small tumbler. This is the one tumbler. Let's open this up. Shoot. Tumbler. This is from their concert. Oh my god, it's so tiny. Wait. It's supposed to come with a photo card. That's what I was thinking. Okay. Look at this. Look at this quality. Map of the Soul. Look at that. It's actually engraved on here. That's good quality. And then, yep, open it up like this. I think I could put hot tea in here. That's what a tumbler is. Or I could put ice in here. I love it. It's such a good size. And let's look at the photo cards. Oh my gosh. This is the first photo card. They're cute. So let me open up the photo cards. So the first one you see is JK, Jimin, and Autumn. The next photo card is Tae, Suga, Jin, and J-Hope. That's so cute. So I'm gonna keep the photo cards. Okay, let me actually open up this key ring. Just so that everyone can see what it looks heavy. So it has his army, the BTS door in the front and back, JK's name and JK's face. Then it has the map of the soul on here. So that's comes on like this. Okay, then I got this deco band for the army bomb. This is the army door, BTS door, BTS sign, and basically you just slip it on. So I will do that. And then the last thing I got, this is JKT band. So this is their big photo cards. I was actually really nervous. JK was gonna cry. I was actually nervous, but I'm glad that I bought it. Okay, I am not done because I also have one more package. Ta-da! This is the one hoodie. Oh, it's a crew neck shirt, large. This was a shirt that JK actually wore in a concert. So I'm super duper excited. This shit was not cheap. I mean, this is not cheap, but it's quite expensive. BTS likes to make their hoodies very expensive. This one, it looks so good. Oh my god, I feel like it's gonna be perfect. Oh my god, I want to wear it. Ta-da! So this is the hoodie. I mean, this is crew neck. I absolutely love it. Yo! I'm doing mukbang. I'm having lunch. Okay. We're gonna watch Will and Grace right now. Remember, it's always to do this all the time. What? Come on here. Let's take a picture, okay? Forcing your night with your falling feet. Okay, so I got these BTS decor, so I'm gonna put this on this one. This is the JK one. It has Jungkook, Jungkook 97, his birthday year, and then it's purple. And I'm gonna put it right, wait, oh shit. Why does it not fit? Oh my gosh. Wait, is this supposed to only fit this one? Oh my gosh, let me. So this is the other one. This is the other army bomb. This is the Map of the Soul special one. It has Jimin, Heart 97. And then I also have Jimin's name on here and Jungkook's name on here. Is this supposed to fit just these? No! That makes me so sad. And why the hell did they make me buy it if I... Look. It's supposed to go like right on top or something. Look. Wait, it's in... It actually blocks off the button, but I guess I could just click on it. Ta-da! And then you click on it, and it blinks color. Okay, stop it. Yay! Okay, and then you turn it off. Put it in the middle, turn it off. Okay, so that works. Oh my gosh. Ah! I forgot I have the batteries. Oh my goodness. It won't. I'm gonna make it fit. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is an issue because I don't think it works for this old one. I think it only works for the new one. Right now I have two. Where do they envision me to put it? I guess this is what I'm about to do. Okay, so I finished my class earlier today, and now I am waiting for my next class to start. This next class is starting in 10 minutes. It's my spirituality class, and I would say it's been pretty interesting so far to be in my other class. It has been such a long time since I have been in class. Like, it's been a whole week, and I feel a little bit disconnected from my people, my class. Trying to change that or find that again, but it was pretty difficult to kind of like stay in touch with people because it's kind of challenging. And then my AirPods ran out in the middle of class, so that was also interesting. It made this noise, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. Couldn't hear anything anymore. So let me just go and connect my AirPods to this. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm eating a snack right now. I'm eating my maple cookie. My snack for right now: baking pork chops without the bone. One air fried, one in the oven. I'm gonna see how they taste like. That's for dinner. I'm gonna break around like 6:30. It's an hour into my class, so it's a good time for me to like take a break, have dinner. Hopefully it's ready by then. There's no bone, so it should be like cooked faster, but it is like a pork chop, so, and pork needs to be cooked all the way. Overall, yeah, class is going well. I feel more connected, and I feel way more confident to write my piece of paper, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah. One of the articles that I saw, they're writing about BTS. And like, they completely missed out on Jimin's role. It's just very typical. But it also sucks too, like when members just get left out, and especially, I don't know, it's very common when it comes to these like article writings. It's very common for like Jimin to be left out or V to be left out. Both of them are very common. Like J-Hope, JK, and RM hardly ever get out. Shin doesn't really get left out too, but Jimin and Tae always get left out. And I know that's not fair. A lot of people have written comments and have told the person to like rewrite the paper or edit and everything. So it just sucks. It's like disappointing too. Anyway, trying to open my class here. It's so strange. So my spirituality class, it's like we're not really meeting anymore. What? No. Yeah, it's like it's not really due anymore. So strange. I'm so distracted. But yeah, it's like we don't have a lot of stuff to do anymore. We're not doing we could do readings, but we're not really doing a lot of readings anymore. Yeah, we're not doing a lot of that. So it's very interesting. Well, Like, I don't know what class is going to look like today at all. I think we're going to talk about the photo voice when we get ready for the photo voice. So I think when you work as a team, we're going to work together. But other than that, I have no idea what we're going to talk about. I don't even know what else I'm supposed to bring. Shit. I don't know what to do at all. I've been concentrating on my other classes. I have no idea what they want from this class. I'm gonna look at the photo voice though to get myself ready. Okay. I'm having dinner right now. My class is on break. And we cooked the pork chops. They look so delicious. Look at that. Mary made salad, pepper, lazy eating. And I don't know how long my break is. My laptop is so slow when it moves from room to room. So when I get back to my room, the bigger class, everybody's going on break. Like, that's so annoying. I don't know how long we have. I think we get like 20 minutes. I don't know. But I'm trying to eat quickly before that time is up. Okay, so I just finished my dinner and I changed my shirt because the sweater was getting a little bit too warm. And I'm still on break right now. I don't know how long that he gave us. I'm assuming that it's going to be over in about 2 minutes. So he usually just gives us 20 minutes. I feel like for a 2-hour class though, 2.5-hour class though, they should give us an hour. No, 30 minutes or so. I mean, come on. But yeah, finished early. Dinner was really yummy, really full. And I'm just going to chillax here for a little bit and then hopefully the class will be over in about 30 minutes. I have no idea what we're doing for the next period class because we're not even going to talk about it. I don't know. Hopefully I'm not done doing the reading, so I don't know if we're going to talk about that or not. That is all. Okay, I will see you guys later.